Good afternoon. Yes, I said afternoon. So I have a few updates. I woke up at 2 a.m. with something on my roof again. I hadn't heard that in several days, probably a week now, as they were in my rig. But now, good news, they're not in my rig, but they're still getting on the roof somehow. So I have to figure that out. And yeah, I got up at 2 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep till 5. So I didn't get up till probably like 11, 12. It's now 1:22. And Jeff had already gotten a bunch of things done. Let me go ahead and show you. In the last video, he ran in the cable and installed the glands. Now he's putting the little tabs up. He waited until I could film. He's got the tabs up, but he hasn't clipped them in yet. He's just kind of strung them through. You know, we could have probably did that. Well, it's neater to do this than string them through the little metal things up there. But that's going to go all the way, or it does go all the way to the back. So you just got the negative done, or is the positive done too?
Just the negative. But
Okay.
Positive, we have to take the side-by-side out and everything.
Okay.
Little sticky tabs. You can screw them in, but this isn't very heavy wiring, so the stick-em stuff does fine. But then you basically thread the
Zip tie
through that and wrap it around the cable and tie it, and
Easy peasy.
all it's fine.
And an update on the weather. It's turned pretty much crappy. It's been windy the last several days. Last night we got below freezing, or actually it was just for 5 minutes, right?
Yeah,
it dipped to 30
hung
degrees.
around freezing for hours, but then
Right.
it only dipped down to 30 twice, I think, for like 5 minutes.
Right. And then tonight and tomorrow night are supposed to be 29 degrees. Then it jumps back up above 30 for 2 nights, and then 2 more nights of below 30. So, but, you know, they're not always right. But last night it was pretty cold. And then I got up at 2 a.m. trying to figure out. I crawled onto my roof with a flashlight, and I didn't know what was up there, so I did bring a knife with me because I didn't want, like, if it was a raccoon, like, jumping my face and eating my face off. So anyways, I don't know what it is up there and how they're getting up there. The only thing I could think is if they're skirting up the posts and then climbing over and then jumping onto my rig. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. I don't see how else it could get up on my rig, because when I'm not parked by the shipping container, I don't have these problems.
You're really not close to a tree.
Yeah, the tree over here is not close enough and big enough for it to jump over. I'm a good 6, 8 feet away from that tree. So how it's getting up on my roof is beyond me. Like Jeff said, unless it learned how to climb a ladder. I mean, it could be a squirrel. I mean, I just couldn't imagine a pack rat getting up there.
They can easily jump.
Well, right, that's what I'm saying. If it's a squirrel that's waking me up. But I've never had any squirrels they're usually morning creatures, not like 2 a.m. creatures. It's usually rodents, like pack rats, that like to scurry around at 2 a.m. Anywho, it's kind of cloudy out there, and there is a possible chance it's gonna rain. There's one day that's like 86%, so it's probably gonna rain that day. Oh, is that tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
During the day, but increase the chance at night.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain at night. Okay, so
A quarter of an inch of rain tonight.
so he's putting on the zip ties now. Are you gonna leave it strung on those metal things?
Well, because that better supports the weight. It won't pull these things down if I leave it in those.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the ceiling part you're going to put on doesn't quite get that high.
Yeah, it's only 8 foot for the ceiling. Well, a little over 8 foot. And the shipping container's 9 feet something.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's no holes drilled, so it's easily redone if we need to. Well, don't you look comfy, cozy, Kellogg? That was a mouthful. Good afternoon, moo-moo. I know you were tired of waiting for me to get up. Well, you were up with me at 2 a.m. anyways. So Jeff's been busy working while I've been making my breakfast. And I offered to make him breakfast, but he said he already ate. He got this all finished right here. And also some of the panels, at least the first set, already grounded, or these brackets put on. So as you can see, it connects all the panels together. Each one has one, and then one needs to go to the shipping container to ground that. So my breakfast is fried rice along with a breakfast burrito, which has egg, avocado, sharp cheddar, and bacon. I can't believe it's 2 o'clock already, and I'm just now eating breakfast. I see you under there. You're not being sneaky. I've already given you some bacon, and moo-moo too. No more, that's it. And the only reason I give him some of this bacon is because this is the one that has no preservatives other than sea salt. Doesn't have all those other sodiums in it. I was gonna pull the side-by-side out and help Jeff with this side of the wiring, but I'm glad I didn't because it is now starting to rain. Ooh. Yeah, it looks really bad in the distance. Okay, well, this is our true test. We'll see if this leaks. I did test it with the hose, but the true test will be the rain. And it looks like it's gonna be a hard rain. It's already blowing sideways. Okay, so there is still a leak, but luckily it's not leaking from there or there. There's only just one more leak left. So we're thinking it's gotta be starting somewhere over here, or either running down this and going under the door. But it's too dark to figure it out today. But yeah, there's one big streak and it's coming from right here. But I'm so glad that all three of them aren't leaking because like I said, there was 3 spots total, one big one here and one big one under that door. But those are gone now. Mo, what are you doing out in the cold? Okay, I just put a towel down for now to soak up any excess water. I don't want it running all the way down to the end of the shipping container. But I was just looking at this. I'm not sure if it's coming from this leak here and then running along. That's what it seems like. I hope it's not still leaking in these 2 spots as well. Goodness. I hope we get it figured out. Good morning. It is a cold, crappy day. Good morning, moo-moo. It's right before 9 o'clock and it is 40 degrees out there, 40 something. I was gonna work here on some projects, like find out where this leak is. But honestly, since the weather sucks, I just want to get out of here. So we're gonna head to Flagstaff today, and I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna get into, but I guess we'll see. Are y'all ready to leave, huh? You want to get out of here for the day? Yeah. You want your jacket? It's kind of cold. Okay. Not quite sure why we're headed to Flagstaff, because it's higher elevation, so it's colder than we are here. But I guess the point is to just get out and about today. Right, Calaga? Wait, you didn't bring him a jacket? Moo-moo's got her pink little jacket on. Well, Kellogg, we are turning back around because it's a reduced power on the truck, and there's a couple things it could be. So we're just gonna try to limp it back. Well, we made it back home and it only cut off once coming back. Ooh, dark clouds. One of the reasons we were going into town was for breakfast. So I'm gonna make breakfast instead. Then I'll take a look at the truck. Sizzle, sizzle. Okay, so I think I know what the issue is. I did look up some things online, but this is the throttle body here, and it was making a clicking sound. This was previously, but then that stopped. I thought it fixed or corrected itself, but I'm thinking maybe it just failed or it's failing. That's why it'll cut off every once in a while or get the reduced power. So I just need to take this air box off and take a look. The throttle body might need to be cleaned because, like I said, we did have a pack rat nest in here, and I'm wondering if anything got into here and clogged anything up, or this just needs to be cleaned. So that's the first thing I need to do. Of course, it's starting to sprinkle as I'm working on this, but I already have the air box off and the hoses. And yeah, the throttle body is pretty dirty. So I need to get some cleaner in there. But I do need to actually remove it and then clean it out. Okay, this just pulls out like this. There we go. Put that aside. And then there's a plug here. I don't have a flathead. I'll get that in a second. Let me go ahead and get this loose. Oh, take the extension off. Kellogg, what are you doing?
Jumping up on me.
I hate when they make things difficult, like they put this in the way.
What I do is take off the ratchet, put the extension on, and just turn the extension with your hand.
Yeah, the bolt's loosened up enough. I need one of those magnet trays. When I used to help my ex-boyfriend do his engine work, we had a magnetic tray that we could put all our bolts and things in. Made life easier, didn't lose things. Let me see, hold on if I can just do what you said and put this on there. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't think I can do this with the extension. That's in the way. Kellogg's very upset right now. He's grumbling because you're not paying attention to him. Kellogg, I didn't know you were so needy. Okay. Oh, that one needs to be loosened up more. The joys of working on your own vehicle. It is better than paying somebody a bunch of money to do it, though. I think everything is loose now. All right, all the bolts are out. And, oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty bad. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this clip.
Just be careful, don't.
I know. So I just need to get some cleaner, and I think when I was helping Dave with the rear gasket on my motorhome, that we did use brake cleaner, and I don't know if I have any left. Okay, so if I have it, it'll be in here. I think we used it all. Crap, so I guess I can reach out to one of my neighbors and see if they have any parts cleaner. And I'm hoping cleaning it will fix the problem because, like I said, that one part on the throttle body was making a clicking sound before, and I don't know if it was failing, but we're gonna try this first. And if this doesn't work, then I know it's a replacement that I have to do.
The motor, which is controlled by your accelerator, is in here. Mm-hmm. And it opens and closes this thing. And then there's a sensor in here, and that's why you can't replace the sensor by itself. It's all basically one unit in there.
But this is what was clicking right here.
Well, this is the motor.
Yeah, I'm hoping the motor's still good. All right, well, I was doing a bit of research and found out that you can only use throttle body cleaner on the throttle body. All the other things like brake cleaner and carburetor cleaner are a bit too abrasive because there's a special coating in the throttle body, and it could eat away at that or also damage some of the sensitive electronic parts in the throttle body. So I called my neighbors. No one had any, and my back neighbors behind us, they're new, and I'm glad they're here. It's my friends Steve and Sarah, and he's actually a mechanic and has worked on my rig before. But they're coming back here, and they're going to stop in town and grab me some, so that's awesome. I'm not sure if this will fix the problem, but like I said, I want to try this first because it's a cheaper option. But we did go ahead and order the throttle body, and it should be here Thursday. So that way, if this doesn't work, I'll keep the extra throttle body in the truck. If we go to town, we don't have to go through this ordeal again. I can just change it out real quick and be done with it. I'm really hoping we can get this cleaned up, and that is the problem, because that looks pretty bad. Okay, I'm going to put up my tools besides what I need. I'll keep that out. This, and that's basically it. And I'm going to put these in a little baggie, all the bolts, so I keep a hold of them. Okay, all the parts are in the front seat. I'll leave them here. And we went ahead and shut this, but just left it cracked open. Well, today was definitely a crappy day, weather-wise and including my truck messing up. But one positive thing is my neighbors were able to pick me up the throttle body cleaner, although they got back a little later and I didn't want to bother them, so I told them I'd come by in the morning and pick it up so I can get started on cleaning that, and then hopefully we can go do what we were planning on doing in the beginning. This definitely didn't turn out how I planned, but sometimes that's how life goes. You know, you don't always get what you want, or things don't always work out like you plan. But, yes, tomorrow I am going to get that, the throttle body cleaner from them. I really appreciate them picking that up for me, and it was $8, so I'll give them a little extra money for grabbing that for me. And so I didn't have to run to town. Not that I could have, because then I would have had to drive my RV to town, because my town does not have the throttle body cleaner. I'd called around to the hardware store and even the gas station to see, and no one had it. So, yes, I'm glad to have that. And the throttle body itself, just so we'll have it on hand if that's what it is, if this doesn't fix the issue, should be here, I think, Thursday or so, hopefully. And I am going to try to drive the truck. We'll take it out to the main highway and drive it and see if it cuts off. We'll head towards Williams like we were doing today, and fingers crossed everything will work out. Anyways, that's been the dilemma with the rodent or whatever the heck's been on my roof of my RV, and then the weather turning so cold and crappy. And also, the shipping container still leaking. Thankfully, it's not leaking as much as it was. It's just slightly leaking compared to what it was. It was really leaking. But I'm glad we got most of that fixed. I need to find where it's coming from. It's just so hard. I just have to kind of figure it out, though. So we will, and get that fixed, and get the truck fixed. And yeah, it's been a lot. It's definitely been a lot, but you know what? Keep smiling and just deal with it. That's how you do it. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. If you want to check out more videos, they'll be over here. Or if you want to subscribe, you can do so there. Or check out Patreon. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. This is how I deal. I'm stress eating. I'm going to make me a bagel with cream cheese and red tart cherry jam.